Hey guys, and welcome back to Brewing with Bill. Today's episode we're going to make a 5-gallon batch of elderberry wine from a Vintner's Harvest fruit wine kit. Alright, I don't know if you can see that or not. This is a 96-ounce can of concentrated elderberry juice, and some of the other ingredients we're going to need is 12 pounds of sugar. I have a 10-pound bag and 2 pounds measured. Some other ingredients we'll need wine tannin, acid blend, pectic enzyme, yeast nutrient, and wine yeast. Alright, the brand I'm using today is Lavelin's EC1118. Alright, it's a very good yeast. I like to use it all the time. Okay, alright, first thing we have to do is we have to dissolve 12 pounds of sugar in warm water, and I've got a pot over on the stove here, so I'll just dump it all in. And we just have to stir until we don't see anymore. Alright, now that the sugar is all dissolved, pour it in our bucket. And hold on one second. I'm going to move the camera so you see what I'm doing. Be right back. Okay, now that we have our sugar water in the bucket, next thing we're going to do is add our can of elderberry juice concentrate. Very carefully pour it into the bucket. Wow, look how red that is. Sorry about that, guys. I spilled a little all over the floor and had to clean it up. Some of the other ingredients we're going to need is 2 teaspoons of acid blend, there's one. 2 teaspoons acid blend. ½ teaspoon wine tannin. We are also going to need 2½ teaspoons of pectic enzyme. There's one. There's 2. Two and a half. And while we're at it, we're going to add our yeast nutrient. 1 teaspoon per gallon. And this is going to be a 5-gallon batch, so that's 5 teaspoons. One, 2, 3, 5, and just a little more. Okay. Take your clean and sanitized spoon, stir everything up. All we have to do is fill to the 5-gallon mark. Alright, now I'm using cans of cold water because I want the temperature of this to be between 70 and 80 degrees before we pitch our yeast. There we go, 5-gallon mark. Now we're going to give this a stir and check the temperature. And as you can see, it's right around 75 degrees. So now we can pitch our yeast. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to take a hydrometer reading so we know what our starting gravity is. Alright, the gravity is 1.100 for an alcohol potential of 13%. I want a little more than that. So, we're going to add just a little bit more sugar. And take another hydrometer reading. And the reading is 1.16. I'm sorry, 1.110 for alcohol potential of 15%. That's good enough for me. And we take our yeast, sprinkle it on top, Alright, some people stir it in, some people don't stir it in. I usually rehydrate the yeast, but I'm just making this video real quick today. So now all we do is put the lid on, airlock, you can use water. I choose to use a sanitizer. And voila. I'm going to let this sit in the bucket for 4 or 5 days, stirring it every day. After 5 days, I'll rack it to the secondary fermenter or the carboy, where it will sit for the next anywhere between 4 and 6 weeks. And then I'll rack it into a third carboy. I'll add potassium metabisulfite to kill off the yeast, and then it'll sit to clear. Hope to get more of that on videos for you guys. If you like my videos, comment, subscribe. Right? Cheers. Take care.